A lot of times I often want to throw a little joke in there, but you know what? This one has the bitter with the sweet for Syracuse. Yeah, let's first talk about the sweet. What a statement win for Syracuse. I mean, that always is a place where teams come in and they don't come out alive. That's why they call Clemson Stadium Death Valley. Well, heck, Syracuse goes into Death Valley, and you know what? It kind of shows how, how underrated that they are and how under Clemson is. But I mean, heck, that is a great 34-21 win over Clemson. But you know what? I said about the sweet, a little bit of the bitter now. First, Dabo Swinney kind of showing he's the biggest whiner there is in college football. And the thing is, heck, the ACC decided to believe him. I mean, it was like there was no due process or anything. Oh, Syracuse is feigning injuries. Oh. And you know what? The ACC believed him. They wound up fining Syracuse $25,000 because they say they feigned injuries. Yeah, feigned injuries, my dimpled ass. You know what? I mean, Dabo, I always kind of wondered there was something going on with you. It kind of shows you're the biggest whiner there is. And I mean, heck, and when I talk about whiner, not one to make a good Merlot, stop crying, you big baby. It's pretty apparent that Clemson isn't as good as everybody said they were. And heck, I think you know the hot seat's starting to get under you, Mr. Swinney, or should I say, whiny. Stop whining and get focused. You say Clemson can still rescue their season. Well, you know what? That's enough. I mean, I don't like whiners, I don't like bellyachers, and I don't ones that like to make little things, especially seeing little things. Oh, it changed the way of the game. You know what? It's insignificant, swiney. That's what I want to say. And secondly, for the bitter, losing Steve Peanut Butter Angeli, and what I thought was kind of a freak little mishap. He cut to make a run upfield, and then I watched as his foot turned. Turned out that he ruptured his Achilles tendon. You know what? That takes him out for the year, and hopefully medically gets him another year of eligibility. And hopefully Angeli can do it here, because you know what? He started to remind me a little bit of Kyle McCord last year. But I mean, now it's Ricky Collins. And Ricky Collins has got a little work to do. From what I've seen, he hasn't really been consistent. You know what? He telegraphed a couple passes against Colgate, including one that was intercepted. And he was only 3 of 8 against Clemson. But now he's the man. He's the one that's going to be leading the offense. And heck, a full week and a day of full week of a practice hopefully is going to help him, because it's Duke that comes into the dome. And I don't mean Mike Shesky. I mean the Duke football team. And Duke has won 4 of the 5 previous times that they played the Cuse. The only time we beat the Blue Devils was when we went down to Durham 6 years ago and won. I mean, it's time we told these Blue Devils, hey, you come from the Research Triangle, you come from Tobacco Road, but you're not the basketball team, you're the football team. Duke's football team is a pretty decent team. In fact, they're 5.5-point favorites. Well, you know what? Ricky Collins, you're the man now. And I don't think Duke's coach is one of these like Dabo Swinney, That's what I want to say, swiney. One who whines about everything. But you want to know something? Swiney, shut up. Do your job. And hopefully it'll be the last year you do your job. Well, I go from talking about them to talking about the Bills. Yeah, another game that was just a little too close for comfort. But you know what? Again, Tua couldn't tag a Tagovailoa against the Bills. But I mean, heck, it was pretty close for a while. But Tua threw that interception, and that cinched the game for the Bills. And again, Josh Allen showing why he's an MVP type person. And through 3 games, he's been playing an MVP type season. With the Saints coming up, you know what? The Saints are going to go marching into Buffalo, but I don't know if they're going to be marching out. The Saints right now are in a rebuilding mode. You know what? Josh could have a big game, but hopefully they don't have a dud. Of course, the dud I like is a milk dud, but I don't want to caramelize this game. You know what? Big win for the Bills. Another big win against our old hated rivals, the Fish, 31-21. And I mean Prater showing that he has stepped in admirably for Bass. Let's see what happens when Bass comes off of IR. Is he going to resume the job, or is Prater going to continue saying a Prater and continue making those kicks? You know what? Let's say a Prater right now. You know what? And no, I'm not going to go into a Hail Mary or a Our Father. You know what? Right now, he's doing a good job. Let's get behind him. And you know what? Maybe we can find a job, maybe doing kickoffs, for the rest of the season. You know what? I think he's deserved a little promotion. Get him another year in the NFL. I mean, heck, even if he just does kickoffs, it would be great. Well, we'll see. And of course, as I said, the Saints are going to go marching into Buffalo. But I don't think they're going to come marching back out, if you know what I mean. Continue going, Josh Allen. And again, this whole thing about complaining about the littlest thing. Oh, we're going to look at Josh. When he knelt down, he fumbled the ball. We're going to look at it. Didn't look like he really fumbled the ball. And you know what? Why don't you stop crying, you big baby? I mean, I think that might have been McDaniel or maybe the Dolphins owner. If it's McDaniel, you know what? I got a thing to tell you. Get a new wardrobe, you bum. And I'm going to go from talking about them to talking about high school. Right now, high school sports is getting right in the thick of things. And kudos to the Miners boys soccer team. Right now, they're undefeated and they're tearing it up. And Waterloo, they're continuing to put on a brave face, especially the girls volleyball team in the wake of Cameron's passing. My prayers are with the girls. I'm rooting for them. And I mean, I just hope they can continue trying, because that's what they're doing right now. At least they're trying. I mean, about the football team. Boy, I mean, Scott Maloney and the team must have lost a ton of talent. And he even admitted to me, hey, we lost a lot of talent. It's showing right now. Against Geneva, that was not a good showing against Geneva. I know Geneva's got a bigger talent pool than Waterloo. But I mean, it kind of seemed like, hey, these guys need a lot of work. And I mean, heck, hopefully in a couple of years, this Waterloo team could be something. But I mean, a 57-0 drubbing at the hands of Geneva, a rival. But I mean, I'm going to give kudos to the Minders football team. A good 28-6 win over South Seneca Romulus. And Mr. Bickham, who's the latest in his family's line of great athletes, running for 2 touchdowns. And you know what, Kristen? You're raising some great kids. Of course, you're a great person too. At least you got an upgrade in your footwear. You're not wearing flip-flops all the time. You've now graduated to Birkenstocks. Yay. But enough about that. I mean, heck, the high schools continue doing the great job, Minders, with the boys' soccer team. Continue pressing on, Waterloo girls volleyball team. And I mean, heck, for the football teams. Waterloo, at least try to get some points. I want to see a win. And Miners, continue the good job. Heck, at least you beat South Seneca Romulus. Let's see what you can do. And last but not least, to all the naysayers who seem to nitpick every little thing, why don't you stop crying, you big babies? I mean, heck, maybe we can all be like Dabo Sweeney or Dabo Swiney. That's all I have time for. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.